Welcome in, everybody, to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P. Joe Pizzapia. Happy football, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. This is it if you love football. And we've got the Detroit Lions going to Kansas City. They're going to hoist the banner at Kansas City. Another championship for Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. And a lot of time for Andy Reid to prepare for the Lions. Scott Bogman is back with me on Mondays, on Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern. You can lock this in, boys and girls. This is the time where we're going to be breaking down the standalone Monday night games, the Thursday night games. We're going to take a look at the lines, take a look at the props. But Bogman, you and I were just talking about it. A great week of college football last week. We were talking about that Colorado game. It was super exciting. This week, you've got, of course, your team playing your buddy Welsh's team here. You got the 49ers and Pittsburgh Steelers. Starting here, you got your Texas Longhorns playing as well. Alabama. What a time to be alive, right?
It's just so good. We're doing this show again, finally, like it feels like football season is here. It's upon us. Now all we need is this weather to break. I'm sick of the heat. It is unbelievable. But yeah, I endure the heat with some awesome football like we did last weekend and we will again this weekend. And just the full ignore your entire family for 2 straight days. That's my favorite part about it. So lots and lots of football happening this week, and I am here for it.
All right, well, let's kick things off here. Let's jump right in because this line has moved, by the way, in case you were wondering. It was 6.5 on this game. Obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs favored at home as they should be. They are defending champs. Now it's moved all the way to 4.5. Bogman, I like this number when it's 6.5. I understand the Travis Kelce injury has been the big news. I'm still on this at the 4.5. I just think that the Kansas City Chiefs, even without Jones, maybe without Kelce, I just still think they're going to manhandle the Detroit Lions, who I respect. The Lions, I think, are a good team. The Lions, I think, are a team that is going to have a good season and challenge for that North, just the way everybody else does. But this is the measuring stick in all of football. And this is a situation where we have a lot of time for Andy Reid to think about what he's going to do to stop Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. I think the Lions are fun. I'm looking forward to this game. But I still say the Kansas City Chiefs win this one easily. But Bogman, you might be on the other side of this bad boy, I believe, yes?
Yeah, I'm on the Lions, but I'm on the Lions with so much hesitancy. I like the over. That's what I like in this game because I do think we're going to see a decent amount of scoring. Chris Jones not being in this game is just such a big deal for the Chiefs. And I don't think we're counting it as much as we should maybe right now because, and look, Patrick Mahomes historically has played great week 1, too. You give him a whole week and he still has the amazing offensive line, good weapons outside of Kelce. He's still Patrick Mahomes. He's still going to make it happen. He's still going to score points. But I think with less pressure up the gut, I think the Lions are going to be able to run. I think your strategy here is to run on second and longer to make that third down shorter, to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, which is why I like David Montgomery a little bit in this game. So, yes, I think the side of this game I don't want Kansas City or Detroit. I want the points. Give me the over from week 1. We all know life's too short to bet the under. So let's go with the over week 1 in this game and hope that both offenses are putting on a show for us.
That's how I know football's back, when I hear that phrase out of Scott Bogman's mouth. That makes me very excited to hear that. Life's too short for the unders. Patrick Mahomes, by the way, career stats week 1, 5 games, 121 for 167, 72.5%, 1,500 passing yards, 18 touchdowns. You want to guess how many picks?
2?
0 picks, a 136.9 passer rating. Bogman, I love you dearly. You and I see a lot of things the same. I actually think your Steelers are going to win, by the way. They were my number 1 pick this week on my top 10 bets of the week. So on the money line, no less. But I think you're way off base in this one. I think the Kansas City Chiefs stomp a mud hole in the Detroit Lions. And the Lions, again, you put your lion tail between your lion legs and you go back and you lick your wounds. You go in your cave and you come back out next week and you start to play teams in the NFC and you realize, don't worry, you'll be fine. You're still a viable playoff contender. But again, this is the class of the NFL. And even without Travis Kelce, I think they've got so much speed, Bogman, between Pacheco, between Sky Moore and maybe Kadarius Toney and all the other
you
pieces
forget
here.
the Lions spent like $500 million on the secondary this year and a first-round draft pick in Brian Branch. They're still not going to put enough pressure on. That's what I don't like about the Lions.
That's a big problem.
Which is why I like the over in this game.
If you don't put pressure on Mahomes, it's about 18 touchdowns.
Hey, look, I told you I'm taking the Lions. I'm only taking the Lions because they're getting points. The Chiefs are distracted. It's the banner ceremony. It's the biggest tailgate in the world. And Kelsey is a question. So I don't really love the Lions. I love the over in this game. Give me all the points. That's what I
All right. Give him the points. Give me all the points on the other side for the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, 7, maybe 10. I'm good. I'll tease this one. Like I said, if I felt good about it, 6.5. I feel great about it at 4.5. And who knows if Travis Kelce, if Travis Kelce plays, forget it. Like all you gotta do is just line up. He can go a couple things at the goal line and make himself presence known at least, or even as a decoy. I don't think they should. I don't think they will. I don't think they need to. I think they still win this game by a touchdown, but that's why they play the games. We're going to see. Remember, also, if you're watching the stream, make sure you like the stream, but also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's fantastic. We just had an amazing show today with Joe Ranieri from Sports Grid and Andrew Erickson. That's going to come out later too. Our favorite picks of the week. That is must-see television. I'm telling you right now, watch it on the YouTube channel, but subscribe, because if you do and leave a comment below, then you know what you're going to get right there. Boom, that Aaron Jones autographed jersey. That's going to be for you. So again, subscribe, comment below. That's it. That's all you got to do. Look at that. What a time to be alive. Beautiful things here. Easy. So easy. Free stuff, Bogman. That's why I always say free stuff.
I love free stuff.
Get yourself some free stuff and click the bell till it goes ding for notifications too. So you know if you're the big winner. Let's get to some of the props here that Scott Bogman has lined up here. We might disagree about the game, but about the individual players, we might see things the same way. So Bogman, how do you want to start us off in the prop market for tonight's Thursday night football?
Let's start with that David Montgomery bet that I was talking about, because let's go with over 12.5 rush attempts, because if anyone is playing the Chiefs, the strategy should be keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. You want long, sustained drives to wear down that Chiefs defense. That's what you want. That should be your game plan going in the second half, at the end, unless you're having to play catch up because you couldn't keep the Chiefs offense off the field, of course. But so I think on second and longer than 5, you're going to see a lot of inside runs. You get 2 or 3 to set up shorter third downs for the Lions. And I think David Montgomery is going to have well over 12.5 rush attempts in this game. I think he's going to have somewhere around 20. So I love this 12.5 line. I think it's a smash. It's one of my favorites this week.
Who do you think brings Mahomes down more today, his wife or Aiden Hutchinson?
Ooh, definitely his wife.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. K Spring, by the way, is a great one here. As a Lions fan through and through, right there. And I love you. And I was just talking to another Lions fan of mine, my buddy Sean, a huge Lions fan. You might know him.
Have a little faith in your boys.
You might know him from a little film called The Flash. He was in the Flash movie. I don't know if you saw the Flash movie. He was the guy on the couch in the Flash movie.
You told me about it.
Mine.
As long as
great
it wasn't
guy. Loves the Lions. He's like, I feel real good tonight about the Lions. And you know what? Even this guy, K Spring right here, money's on the Chiefs. There you go. See, look, keep it real. Look, either way, you can't go wrong. Robert wants to know, will Mahomes have over 300 passing yards? That one I'm a little unsure. I think you need Kelsey for that, Mark.
I think I'd rather do the 2.5 touchdowns than 300 passing yards.
I would agree on that one. All right. Before we get to the next one here too, I just want to remind all the folks who are watching, because I see you're watching us live too. We want you to get in on this contest we've got running here, because we're giving away free stuff. We're giving away a Jackson Smith and Jigba jersey. Every week we're giving away Fantasy Pros, Betting Pros swag. Every month we're giving away premium upgrades to Betting Pros, to Fantasy Pros. But it's the NFL contest. So here's what you do. If you have the app already, go to the community tab, click that bad boy, look for NFL contest, and join. That's all you got to do. And look at that, the Chubb Club shirt. Oh my God, I want the Chubb Club shirt so bad. It's supposedly on its way. I've also got a Bijan shirt coming that's pretty swanky as well. But look at what we got. 18 weekly prizes, 4 monthly prizes, 5 overall prizes. It's all right here for you. All you have to do is join. Again, bettingpros.com/NFL contest. It's easy. I'm in there every week. If you do well, I'm going to talk about you all week on the shows. I'm going to make you famous. So please go ahead, be a part of this. We want you to join us here for the NFL contest. Bogman, give me another one of your picks here on the prop market.
How about Gibbs' longest reception over 14.5 yards? It is sitting at minus 115 right now. And look, we've heard so many reports, and I don't really like beat reports, right? You know this about me, Joe, because I mean, they're there more than us, but
the
a
beat
lot of it is
reporters,
opinion.
they're there more than us, but a lot
They
of it
also got to
too is
sell
they've
papers.
got to write something every day.
Yes,
That's always the danger of the beat
and they got to
reporter.
sell. They got to get the clicks. They got to sell papers, whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
So I don't like that. But we've heard Gibbs is going to be used as a deep threat. We've heard Gibbs is going to be used like no other running back has, whatever that means. Blah blah blah. All I know is you get
sexy, by the way. I don't know what that means, but it sounds sexy.
It does. You get this guy in space, and he is going to take off. And I think
Yes.
there's going to be plenty of design plays for Gibbs to work in space. And I think you make one guy miss. If you're Gibbs, you're getting this 14.5, no issue. So I really like that one for Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's going to have one go over 20. So I'm pretty excited about him.
I think that is one of the big keys to this game. If you like the Lions, is Jahmyr Gibbs having a couple splash plays. So I like this because I think he's good for it. That and the combination then potentially of some drops, some big drops on the wide receiver side for the Kansas City Chiefs, like in big moments, big spots, big third downs. That's the recipe to maybe keep this game close. But again, I'm not there, so I don't want to hear about it. All right, Bogman, let's go. Give me another one. What do you have in the prop market for tonight for Thursday Night Football?
It wouldn't be a game that I'm picking if I didn't have a low total yards over for a running back receiving. I love these bets. I have also given up on them and swore off of them many times as well. But this one I really like. It's Isaiah Pacheco over 10.5 receiving yards. And look, this guy only had 13 catches last year. I understand that. But what he worked on most of the offseason outside of getting healthy was catching the ball, running routes, knowing where to be in the pass game. And because he knows how to run between the tackles, we know that. We've seen it from him. It's fine. He has been working on that part of his game. I think they're going to execute it week 1. I think he's going to be more of a 3-down back. Yes, McKinnon's going to be in there. 2-minute warning, end of the half, blah, blah, blah. Playing catch up. Yes, McKinnon's going to be in there. But if we expect Kansas City to be up in this game, I think Pacheco's going to be on the field a decent amount, even for being hurt most of the preseason, but he played in the last preseason game. He's healthy. He's working. This is a big part of his game. I think if you dump one off to him or 2 or 3, I think he can get a couple yards with them. So I think they'll get at least 2 or 3 passes thrown his way. Hopefully catches 2 of them. And in 2 catches, if he doesn't get to 10.5 yards, I'd be pretty surprised and shocked. So
Luigo's got a question here. What about Sam Laporta over 3.5 receptions? Now, that one I'd stay away from, but you've got a Sam Laporta one that actually you like, and I think it's a much better number you're getting on.
My favorite one of the week, Joe.
Of
this
the
is my
week,
favorite.
the whole week, not just tonight. The whole week.
How about tonight? You know what? You're right.
All right,
tonight.
Come on, there's so much more football. It can't be your
this
favorite.
week. You're right.
Sam Laporta is nobody's favorite anything for the week.
Well, let's hold on.
Maybe
he might be a lot of fantasy
him.
owners' favorite pickup if he scores 2 touchdowns this week. But it's plus 250 for him to score once. We know he's a huge red zone option. And what else do they have on this team outside of Amon St. Brown right now and Jahmyr Gibbs? It's Marvin Jones. It's Khalif Raymond. It's a lot of the same Lions stuff that we've seen year in and year out without Jameson on there. I said Khalif. Yeah. Khalif Raymond, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones, and Antoine Green. These are the guys on this roster. I think Sam Laporta is such a good pass catcher. I think he's going to make an impact immediately. 3.5 receptions is, I think that's a decent bet too. I don't hate it, but I don't love it just because tight ends, you never know, like, are they just going to use them in certain segments of the field? And if they do that, it's definitely going to be near the red zone and end zone. So, I mean, they got to get there first against the Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs defense is way more beatable without Chris Jones.
Now we've got one more, and Bogman and I, we always like to talk about defense. So there is always that one defensive prop that we love. And listen, last year we crushed on these. I just want to say, like, some of these sack numbers, I remember that Judon one. I think it was on a Monday night or so. Like, we just crushed. I think he had 3 in that case. Some crazy. I don't know if it was a Monday or a Thursday, but we were very good on those. We're going to continue to bring those to you. Before we do, I want to remind everybody also about our new feature here at Betting Pros too. I know, people are still downloading the app and trying to figure out how it works. And I know betting is new still in a lot of different states, but the pick tracker, this is a great little system here. So you download the Betting Pros app for iOS or Android. You can follow all your experts that you like. You can follow me at bettingpros.com/Joe. You can follow Boggs too. top-rated bettors and bettors on the hot streaks. You can see and get instant notifications when they place their bets. So you can get in with the sharps. You can customize your notifications for whatever sport. If you just want to see NFL, you just want to see college football, you want to see everything, whatever that is. And you can even limit the alerts so you only get the things you want. Okay. And you want the ROI and positive markets too. For the bettors you follow, you can get all of that and take advantage of these features because this is the difference right here. So if you haven't already, make sure you download the app. Again, all new, ready to go, brand spanking new. I love the updates. Our dev team's a bunch of geniuses. They did some great work here. So get involved, bet smarter, not harder. That's what we're doing. Speaking of betting, Boggs, let's do a little defense because that's what we do best.
How about George Karlaftis over 0.75 sacks, which means he has to get more than the half, of course. But I think if he gets to the QB, he's going to get one. If Joe is right and I'm right and we're on the over here, or just the Chiefs are smashing the Lions. The Lions are going to have to throw the whole second half, and Karlaftis is going to get more shots to take at Jared Goff. So, and I loved him in college. A little slow going his rookie season, but we see a lot of ends because they're rotational. The most rotational position in the NFL is defensive line. Because they're rotational, they learn so much in that first off season and during their first regular season. I think we're going to see a different George Karlaftis this year. Would really love to see him paired with Chris Jones, but if they are in position, in this game, to be up by 10 or more points, Karlaftis is going to get many, many shots at Goff, and I think he'll get to him one time. So,
well, that defense played really well down the stretch and into the playoffs as well. So this, look,
plus 240 on that one. By the way.
Yeah, it's a good number. Plus 240 is a real good number there. And I'll say this too. I know Chris Jones is a huge, miss for this team today. But at the same time, you do have Karlaftis. You do have some other guys you can get the job done.
Nandi is good in the middle. He's a good space clogger. They have to.
And Bolton's a hell of a player. We love Bolton. So
my guy, Keandre Coburn, rep Texas.
Yeah, you go. There you go.
So I like the rotation outside of him, but Chris Jones is an absolute difference maker. So
he is. No, 100% he is. My score, I should say, in this game, 28-17, and it's a handy one. Like it's one that like it doesn't feel like it's close at all. 28-17 is my final score. You want to throw a final out there that hits your
35-31.
35-30. You think the Chiefs are going to have 31 points here?
I don't think this defense is that good. So,
oh my goodness, I think Andy Reid's going to have some ideas. That's what
Spagnuolo's a good defensive coach.
And Spagnuolo's always a good defensive coach.
You forget, like the Lions have a whole offseason to prep for this too, and they don't have all.
Yeah, but Dan Campbell's been giving speeches and chewing coffee grinds and doing all that stuff like that. You know how he is. He doesn't drink coffee. He doesn't. You know what? He doesn't even like. Coffee. He doesn't even chew the. He doesn't even eat the rinds or anything like that. All he does. He just takes the beans, the coffee beans, right into his mouth, and he just chomps on them. That's what he does.
That's what it is. It's not a big old wad of chew.
It's just coffee beans. That's right. Down there.
Put that caffeine directly into my soul.
I want that caffeine right in my soul. I love how Dan Campbell always sounds like he's cutting a promo on somebody. Like it's really the greatest thing ever. He goes, "You're listening to me. I want you to understand this. All right, you listen to me right now, Patrick Mahomes. I've got you Thursday night in main event. You and me, Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to put some coffee in my mouth right there, some coffee beans, chew them up, spit you out. Let's go, Lions." I love Dan Campbell, but he's going to fall short in this one. A fun here, a couple of questions. Aaron Webb, Sky Moore, over 45.5. You like this number?
Oh, man, that's such a good number.
It is.
I would say, once again, life's too short.
If Kelsey's out, yes.
Yeah.
If Kelsey's not, it's a hard no for me.
It could even be that with Kelsey in there.
It
just depends.
I don't like it as much.
I like the other one from Kobe a little better, I think.
The one from Kobe. Let's talk about the one from Kobe. 37.5 receiving yards for MVS. Mr. Frying Pan Hands himself. You think he'll haul one in here?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you just got to catch one if you're MVS. That's the thing with him. Like, for Sky Moore, you probably need 3 or 4 balls to get over that total. For MVS, he's a downfield threat. Just needs to catch one with his frying pans. So, if he can just trap it, whatever works. I mean, just make it work. But
Tim Burton sequel for Edward Scissorhands is going to be
MVS frying hands.
He just has frying pans and he's running routes and he's trying to catch
making eggs for everybody every day.
Well, I mean, look, that's delicious, especially if you have a big family. I mean, it's very helpful, to have all those frying pans. You can get the eggs at Costco. You can do the whole thing.
Cast iron ones that you don't have to wash. Can't put them in the dishwasher. It'll ruin it.
That's right. Just soak. That old cast iron pan thing really pisses me off. I don't know why. Like, it just seems like a whole thing, and I don't want anything to do with it. And I love to cook. You know me. I'm good in the kitchen. I cook all the time. But the whole cast iron stuff, I can't wash it. I got to do this. I've got to treat it first. It's a whole thing. I've got to like sing it a song.
Hey, look, if I can't soak it, it doesn't belong in my kitchen because I hate doing dishes. Dishes and folding laundry are the two worst chores that everybody has to do, and they always suck.
Tremendous. Well, everybody, there you have it. That's where we are in tonight's game. Again, we're going to be here every Monday night, every Thursday night, taking you through the games, take you through some props, how we see the game. And of course, make sure you're syncing all of your sports books over on Betting Pros. Make sure you're using the picks tracker. Make sure you're also dropping the comment below. Drop your comment so you can win that Aaron Jones jersey. Click the bell till it goes ding. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tomorrow, we got Chris Meany on the show talking about his favorite props for the week.
Kindness.
That's Canadian kindness himself. It's going to be a good time. Who's engaged now, by the way.
Ooh,
so look at that.
Look
at that. Changed man. Look at that. Like, no more running with those hockey teams that he used to. Now he's settling down. So that'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Scott Bogman, I'm Joey P. Happy football, everybody.
Football. See you soon. See you.